This house is haunted, Jill. Watch the plate. It will move. Watch it. Dale and I stare at the plate. 1 minute becomes 2, becomes 3. It doesn't do anything. It's a saucer on a table, doing what a saucer does. Sitting there, left where it was placed. I'm done wasting my time with this. Dale, don't be silly. They would have to disclose if this house was haunted. They would have to put it in the description. It would be like a legal thing. Dale and I rented a nice little colonial-style house on the outskirts of South Barrington, Vermont. Got it last minute on Airbnb. A great deal. I was surprised it was even available. Everything else was booked, at least everything that wasn't an apartment. It's me and Dale for the next 2 days, a husband and wife weekend getaway. I left the kids with my parents, so life is great. We're just 2 leaf peepers from New York, ready for some intense Yahtzee games by the fireplace, same as all the other tourists. Well, except for the Yahtzee, that's Dale and my thing. A stupid game, I know, but we get into it. So much so that randomly yelling Yahtzee is an inside joke for us. We say it when we need help, when we're excited, when we want the other person's attention. I can't believe we got away. It's been ages since Dale and I have had some time to ourselves. I thought we really needed it. We seem to not be connecting anymore, just kind of distant. It's not that we don't love each other, it's just life, you know? Life's busy, especially with Dale's business. That's why I thought taking a weekend playing Yahtzee, holding hands and staring at nature in Vermont, well, that was just the thing we needed. Dale, if I was to sell a house in New York and the people who owned the place knew it was haunted, they would have to disclose it. At least if they're out there in public saying the place is haunted. All us real estate agents are taught that. The famous Ghostbusters court case. I imagine it's the same with Airbnbs. They can't have us stay somewhere that's haunted and not put it in the description. Finally, a use for my worthless trivia I learned to get my realtor license. The house we're staying at in Vermont, it's a small 2-bedroom place. I'm not sure when it was built. Probably in the early 1900s, like most homes in the area. It's renovated, but the basement's still unfinished. Kitchen looks updated too. Looks like it was done maybe 10 years ago. All white appliances, cheap maple cabinets. Though I can tell the rest is original woodwork. The hardwood floors, those nice architectural details on the ceiling, and those built-ins. It's all a bit too much wood color for me, and I'm not a 4-poster bed sort of gal, but it's not my house. Dale keeps staring at that saucer. Ever since we walked into the place, put our bags down and did a quick tour. He said the saucer moved when he entered the kitchen. He's been glued to it ever since. I think this weekend getaway will not only be good for our relationship, but I think it will really help out Dale. He's been so stressed lately. Business hasn't been great at the computer repair shop. I think that's partly why he's been a bit of an absentee husband. But he better stop staring at that damn plate, otherwise I'm having him commit it. I tapped Dale on the shoulder. Come on, let's go see some leaves. I've got the route all mapped out. Dale finally stops staring at that plate and we grab our bikes. We're gonna do a nice 5-mile ride around some farms before coming back to the house for a candlelit dinner. Dale's gonna cook his famous lamb chops. A little wine, then some snuggle time. Who knows, we might decide to skip the movie. A girl can dream, can't she? The roads are clear as we ride and the autumn air is crisp on my face. The leaves are a beautiful decaying shade of yellow and amber and red. Dale smiles at me and I smile back. There's no nagging, no client phone calls, just the 2 of us enjoying each other and our surroundings. And my legs, they still feel fresh, even as we get close to the end of the ride. It's been so long since I've done any exercise that I was a bit worried I wouldn't be able to do the whole ride. Didn't you close the door? Dale asks as we ride onto the gravel driveway. He flicks his head in the direction of the front door. It's slightly ajar. Yes, actually no, didn't you close it? I can't honestly remember. It could have been me. No, it was Dale. I thought he was the last one out. Maybe. Dale shrugs. Well, it's an old house. Maybe it just didn't latch properly. We lean our bikes on the side of the house and Dale walks ahead of me, but he stops as he approaches the door. Is he scared? Dale reaches out and pushes the front door. It creaks open. Hello? Dale calls out. Dale, you're being silly, I tell him as I push him aside and walk into the house. This is a sleepy little town. We didn't even see anyone as we rode around. There's no one here. And besides, there's nothing in this home to steal. It's nearly empty except for the usual cheap Airbnb small appliances. There's not even any paintings on the wall. You didn't feel anything? Dale asks, looking at me cautious and concerned. What do you mean? I say, and I take his hand in mine. I feel grateful to be here with you. That's what I feel. I give him a peck on the cheek. I feel like I can't wait for your delicious lamb chops and this weekend of freedom. I feel like I could use a shower. Dale doesn't even smile, only looks at me, concerned, with a slight twinge of fear creeping across his face. It was cold. I felt the coldness when I got close to the door. I can't explain it any other way. That's why I stopped. That's why I asked if anyone was there. It was like my spidey sense was tingling. I dropped Dale's hands. Really, Dale? Spidey sense? That's what I'm gonna get from you this weekend? First the saucer and now this nonsense. Time to hit the shower. Hopefully when I'm done, Dale's chilling with the beer, getting dinner ready, or, better yet, starting a fire in the old fireplace. I noticed the homeowners left some wood, so I'm assuming it's okay to use. After the shower, I don't even bother putting anything on other than my bathrobe. Even my hair is half done, wet and wrapped in a towel. I was having some naughty thoughts, so I thought maybe I could convince Dale to a little pre-dinner fun, or maybe a glass of wine by the fireplace first. I really hope he read my mind and got a fire going. When I get downstairs, Dale's again looking at that saucer, staring at it, focusing on it. Dale, really? Again? I hope he can hear the annoyance in my voice. Staring at plates isn't exactly what this weekend was supposed to be about. From behind, I grab Dale by the shoulders, gently kneading my fingers into his neck, giving him a massage, letting him know we could go get physical. There's something here. Someone's here, Dale says, not reacting to my touch, not taking his eyes off the saucer. The plate, it moves. It rattles and taps. I take my hands off Dale's shoulders. I really want to strangle him, but I turn him around. He's distracted, trying to look back at the plate, but I touch his chin and turn his head so we're looking eye to eye. Dale, don't do this. Don't ruin the weekend. My hands drop, as does my jaw. Behind Dale, it's... What? Dale asks, noticing my eyeballs wide as the full moon. I point meekly to the kitchen table behind him, towards the plate, the levitating plate. Dale turns and the saucer comes flying towards us, forcing us to duck. It crashes into the wall, falling to the floor in a million shattered pieces. I turn to Dale in fright and disbelief, my face white and slack. The towel's fallen off my head so my wet curly hair clings to my face like cellophane. What the hell was that? I know what it was, but I can't believe what I saw. That sort of thing doesn't happen, only in the movies. I told you, Dale says. It moves. Before it was rattling. There's something or someone here. This place is haunted. I want to tell Dale it's all nonsense, but I know it's not. Not when plates fly and crash into the wall, it's not. I look again to the table where the plate came from and notice the bananas I bought earlier from the store. They were perfect yellow. Now they're spotted brown, decayed and rotten. What's that smell? Dale says, turning his nose upward, his nostrils flaring. Something's burning. I take a whiff and smell it too. It's coming from upstairs. Dale and I jump over the smashed plate and rush upstairs, the wooden floor creaking, the smell becoming stronger with each step. It isn't a burning wood smell, but more of a burning lint smell, the smell of an unclean dryer running on high. From the master bedroom comes a faint dusting of smoke in the air. I stop short when I get to the doorway. Dale crashes into me, making me tumble forward. Our clothes! There, in the middle of the bed, was our suitcase, open and on fire. Our clothes going up in flames, sending noxious black smoke to the ceiling. Dale pulls the flaming suitcase off the bed and onto the floor, stomping on it, putting out the flame without too much thought of his personal safety. My body is ice cold. I don't know if that's what Dale was talking about earlier, or if all the blood is drained out of me in fright. Dale was right. This place is haunted. Not that I needed any confirmation after the plate incident, but if I did, the flaming suitcase just sealed the deal. We gotta get out of here, Dale says, grabbing my hand and pulling on me to move. But I look down at my robe. My clothes. I don't have any clothes. They were in the suitcase. Dale tugs on me again, making my feet move. Who cares about clothes? We gotta move. Get out of this house. We can't stay here. In the hallway, a violent icy breeze pushes my robe open, exposing my nakedness, making both Dale and me freeze. We can't move, not even our eyeballs. We're statues, frozen in a haunted house, a house with flying plates and burning suitcases, and a breeze that makes guests freeze like we're playing red light, green light. Our shallow panic breath becomes misty clouds of condensation. I want to move, but I can't. I'm frozen, a standing popsicle. From the landing atop the stairs, I can see most of the downstairs area, with the exception of the kitchen. Fog seeps from a crack under the door to the basement. It's as if there's a fog machine on the other side of the door, pumping smoke underneath, slowly enveloping the main area. I can no longer see the hardwood floor through the haze. I feel another breeze and we're unfrozen. Dale and I stumble forward as our bodies suddenly work again. I catch myself with a heavy stomp that makes the floor groan. Dale's not so lucky. He trips over his feet and tumbles. I reflexively scream, covering my mouth in horror as I watch my husband fall down the stairs. Watching in agony, unable to help as his skull makes a thudding noise on each step. An overweight slinky that doesn't slink, but falls with all the force of gravity, and I'm frozen again. The fog from the basement rises like a flash flood, coming out of nowhere and rising. I can no longer see Dale or the stairs. It's all a fog. Goosebumps cover my flesh as a gust of icy wind races past me, blowing my robe open, making my hair and my nipples stand to attention. Icicles crystallize on my wet hair. I can shiver, but I can't move. A voice from the foggy nothingness. I am the one who is of the shadows. I survive the frozen nights. Come to me. Talk to the dead. Come to the shadows. Around me, there's nothing but whiteness and a breeze, a swirling breeze that circles around my body, filled with laughter, faint maniacal laughter. And I can move again. My body is free, but I can't see anything. Nothing but white. It looks as if I'm in the clouds. I don't know which way is which. I hold my arms out in front of me as I shuffle step. The railing. I grasp it, holding on like it's my life buoy, my only point of reference in this nothingness. My toes dance around, feeling the floor, feeling for the edge. The stairs. I'm a foot away. I could have easily fallen down there. Down with a deadening thud just like Dale. Oh, poor Dale. My heart pounds in fear and pain and sorrow. Dale! I shout into the fog. Dale, are you there? I realize I didn't even hear a moan from Dale after he went down. Not even a peep, just a sickening thud from his head whacking on hardwood over and over. I hope he's alive. I hope he's down there somewhere, injured and silent, but alive. My limbs stiffen and I'm back to being frozen, stuck clutching the handrail tight with brittle fingers. I can't even blink as a shadowy mass rises from the fog. An unrecognizable floating silhouette, a human shadow. It raises its arms in my direction and floats towards me, coming out of the fog. Then it speaks. Of the shadows now, come with me, my dear, take the step. It's Dale! Oh my God, it's Dale! He's alive, floating, his crumpled and broken body hanging in the air, in the misty fog. But he's speaking, he's alive. Dale motions me his way towards him, floating in the space above the stairs. My feet move, but I'm not moving them, inching me closer, moving me towards the steps, moving me towards Dale. I can't stop them. Maddening laughter surrounds me, coming from all directions of the fog, decrepit voices that crackle and pierce my soul. Take the step! Take the step! The mad voices shout in unison. Dale beckoning me, the voices in the fog beckoning me, my toes reacting, moving my feet like a worm, slowly, slowly, taking me to the top step. My fingernails dug into the guardrail, scratching the polished wood, trying to slow my journey with brittle, frozen fingers. I'm so close to the edge, so close. The icy breeze behind me, pushing my back, laughing at me, wanting me to fall. Take the step, join the shadows, take the step, take the step, take the step. The world unpauses and I'm back to normal, a violent reintroduction to reality. My momentum jerking me forward, making me stumble just like Dale did, tripping, going down the stairs, down the wooden steps, where my head will whack each one with a thud, and I'll be in the fog, down the stairs and in the shadows with Dale. Dale! Dale! Yahtzee! Yahtzee! Dale collapses onto the floor, falling like a bag of bricks. I hear his bones crack and splinter upon impact. I'm going down the stairs, but my hands claw at the top of the banister. My fingernails are dug in so deep that they slowly pull away from my fingers as they stop my fall. Dale! Yahtzee! My head violently crashes into the guardrail, knocking me hard enough that I see stars. In my daze, I see the fog evaporate, being sucked down, back under the basement floor, back from where it came. Dale lies lifeless, a crumpled and bloodied and bruised heap of a human. His shin bone sticks through his skin, stabbing out of him like a cheap party trick. His head a beaten piñata. With the moment of freedom, I race to the kitchen for my phone. I need to call police, get an ambulance before the fog comes back, before the ghostly voices come back. I sprint uneasily, but I stop and hop in instant pain, grabbing my feet. I forgot about the shards of broken plate and stepped all over them, my feet cut and bloody. Each step I take produces a spray of blood as I grab my iPhone on the counter. 911, what's your emergency? I need help. There's someone. I stammer. There's someone attacking us, please. The fog comes back from under the basement door and I drop my phone. letting out a scream they could probably hear all the way down at the police station. The fog is heavier than ever, a blizzard of white. I'm back to being in the clouds. I hear a slow creak. The basement door opens. Take the step, join the shadows, take the step, take the step, take the step. My body freezes again, my toes inching me slowly towards the basement stairs. Take the step, take the step, take the step. The voices in the fog whisper in my head. This time I have no banister, nothing that I'm clutching. The breeze is back, pushing me along, helping my toes do their job. I want to resist, but there's nothing I can do. I'm headed towards the basement. From the front door, I hear voices. Not insane laughter of the fog, but normal voices. Then a loud knock, multiple knocks. The fog slowly retreats, scared, going towards the darkness in the basement, the shadows. Another knock. Police! Open up! The fog retreats swiftly now. The breeze, the coldness, it dissipates into the nothingness from which it came. I'm unfrozen. The police burst through the door with their hands on the butt of their guns. They come to a skidding stop, standing above a crumpled and broken Dale. Poor Dale. They look my way, at my shivering nakedness, my crying, blabbering self, wearing bloodied feet and a dazed expression. They look back at each other, then down towards their feet, towards Dale, his bone popping from his skin, his head battered and bruised, his chest not breathing. The younger cop gets on the radio, says something about domestic violence. I don't hear it all. The world is ringing. I don't know whether I'm living a nightmare, awake or asleep, dead or alive. At the police station, after the hospital makes sure I'm okay, some detective tells me they'll have questions for me. More questions, follow up to what they've already asked. I'm not under arrest, they say, but I'm a person of interest in the death of my husband. That's their words, person of interest. They said don't do any traveling, stick around and they'll be in touch. Except I have nothing left to tell them. I told them everything. I told them about the fog, falling down the stairs, the floating, the plate, the suitcase on fire. They looked at me like I had a third eye. They said, why don't I get some rest? I've been through a lot. Maybe it'll all be a bit clearer with some rest. After some more questioning, the police let me go. Apparently, the coroner's cause of death report came back and it was consistent with what I said. Dale fell down the stairs. The police said go home to your kids, but be available. They still might need to talk to me again. I reach out to Airbnb and the owner of the house. From the corporation, I get a generic email saying they're sorry I had a bad experience, and here's a 10% off coupon code for your next stay. From the owner, I get radio silence. Even after I leave a 0-star review, which somehow doesn't get posted, I don't hear back from the person. I searched haunted Airbnbs online, trying to collect evidence to support what I told the police since they didn't believe me. My lawyer suggested I do it, just in case. What I found is there's a whole bunch of haunted Airbnbs all over the world. People staying in them and they don't even know it, just like us. Renters who think they're getting a good deal, just like we did. Coming into their rentals all smiles, happy they found a place when everything else was booked. But there's a reason these properties are available. There's a reason there's not any reviews. There's no law about a disclosure of a haunted Airbnb. Sure, some disclose because it makes it a tourist attraction, a destination for ghost hunters and whatnot. But for every house that's advertised as haunted on Airbnb, there's thousands more where the hosts are completely silent about the dangers inside. Silent about what lies in the shadows and seeps from under the basement door.